All right, today we're talking about something pretty incredible. Think of it like a guardian angel for our roads. We're diving into a system that's literally designed to see danger before we can. So let's get right into it. Just think about this for a second. What if your car could literally see around a blind corner? Or what if it knew about a dense patch of fog miles before you even hit it? I mean, what if it could stop a crash from happening before you even knew you were in danger? That's not science fiction. That's the promise of the system we're breaking down today. So, to really get why a system like this is so important, we've got to look at the problem it's trying to solve. And believe me, this isn't just about making driving easier. This is about a massive global push to make our roads safer for everyone. And the stakes? They really couldn't be higher. You've got the United Nations setting this huge goal to cut the number of deaths and injuries from road accidents in half. I mean, think about that. That's an enormous task. And let's be real, there's just no way to get there without some major leaps in technology. Okay, so how do we actually do that? Well, that brings us to the star of the show today, the innovation known as the Vehicular Safety Management System, or, VSMS for short. Now, the key thing to understand here is that this isn't just one simple gadget. Nope. The VSMS is more like a multi-layered defense system for your car. It's got dynamic speed control, it can spot hazards as they happen, and it even uses predictive analytics to see danger coming before it arrives. All right, this is where things get really cool. Let's kind of pop the hood and see what superpowers are making this whole system tick. So the whole thing is built on this foundation called the Internet of Vehicles, or IOV. The easiest way to think about it, it's like a social network, but for cars. They're all constantly talking to each other and to a central system, sharing all this super important data about road conditions, traffic, you name it, all in real time. Okay, so on top of that network, you've got the first layer of defense, the core safety features. We're talking about using GPS to know the speed limit exactly where you are. And then, get this, automatically stopping you from going too fast. And it also has these super advanced sensors that can spot dangerous driving, like a motorcycle popping a wheelie, and actually step in before that stunt turns into an accident. But wait, it gets even smarter. The system basically gives the car its own senses. There's a camera with computer vision that can see the road, analyze fog, and automatically adjust for bad visibility. Then there's this tech called LoRa. It's a special long-range radio that lets cars talk directly to each other from really far away. So your car could get a warning about a roadblock around a blind curve up to 5 kilometers away. How crazy is that? And this is the part that blows my mind, where it gets truly predictive. It doesn't just react to what's happening right now. It uses machine learning to comb through tons of old accident data. It finds these high-risk hotspots on the map and then proactively creates a go-slow zone, automatically slowing you down before you even enter an area where crashes are more likely. It's preventing accidents that haven't even happened yet. So what you're seeing here is how they're actually testing all these different pieces. It's pretty smart. They've built 2 totally different prototypes. The one on the left is focused on the vehicle itself. Is it upright? Has it crashed? Meanwhile, the one on the right is all about what's going on outside the car, what's up ahead on the road. By working on them separately, they can perfect each part before putting it all together. Okay, so this all sounds amazing on paper, right? But the big question is, how do you prove this stuff actually works in the real world with all its chaos? Well, let's talk about the proving ground. This isn't just some pie-in-the-sky idea. There's a real roadmap here. They're in phase 3 right now, just fine-tuning all the algorithms. But the real test, the big one, is coming in 2026. They're planning a pilot program right in the middle of the super dense traffic of Bangalore, India. After that, it's all about collecting tons of data to prove just how big of a difference this thing can make. So, that big pilot program in 2026, it's going to start with a fleet of 50 vehicles. Now, 50 might not sound like a huge number, but it's actually the perfect size for this kind of test. It's big enough to get really good data on how the cars talk to each other, but it's still small enough that they can manage and analyze everything super carefully. And get this, the goal they've set for this pilot is, well, it's incredibly ambitious. They're shooting for 95% accuracy in spotting and preventing dangers. I mean, to really work, it's got to be almost perfect, right? But, all that techie accuracy stuff, that's just how they get there. The real goal, the number that actually matters, is this one, cutting traffic deaths in that pilot zone by 50%. That's the human impact. That's what this is all about. And this really shows you the ripple effect the system could have. See that first bar? That's the huge 50% drop in fatalities we were just talking about. But look, it doesn't stop there. Because it prevents accidents and calls for help instantly when one does happen, it's also designed to cut emergency response times by 30% and even reduce traffic jams by 25%. So it's not just about one car, it's about making the whole system better. So we've seen the tech, we've seen the plan to test it. Now let's pull back for a second and look at the really big picture here. The vision for this system is way bigger than just your personal car. Yeah, it starts there, protecting you and your family. But the next step is to scale it up for whole smart cities. Imagine this on public buses, on delivery trucks. And from there, the ultimate goal is to take it global, tweaking it to fit the unique traffic and safety needs of different places all over the world. And that's how it all comes full circle. This tech, it's not just a cool feature for cars. It's a direct response to that massive UN mission we talked about at the beginning, the one about saving lives by cutting road traffic deaths and injuries in half. So look, this isn't some far-off sci-fi dream. The prototypes are real. The plan is already moving forward. This is, without a doubt, the future of vehicle safety. So the only real question left is, how fast can we make it our reality? Thanks for tuning in.